It's nearly party time for the girls. Tonight is a special occasion, and as a leader of Pakistan's transgender community, Farzana wants to look her best. One of her followers is celebrating her birthday, a coming-of-age tradition for this group. Pakistan is one of only 7 countries to legally recognize a third gender. The community is visible and tolerated as part of local culture. But that doesn't stop them from being targeted, and this is the first such celebration in a decade to be held openly in Peshawar for security reasons.
I have had to face many incidents. People have taken me from wedding functions, locked me up in police stations without any crime, for no reason, asking all kinds of foolish questions. And many other times I was kidnapped and raped, and 2 or 3 times strangers cut my hair by force. But after all these difficulties, I decided to stand against these people.
Farzana now spends most of her time filing police complaints and staging protests with her fellow Hijras or Khawajaseras, Urdu terms for cross-dressers, transsexuals and eunuchs who were once respected before British colonization. Today they mainly earn money from dancing at weddings, begging or sex work. Most of them, born as boys, are rejected both by Pakistan's conservative Muslim society and by their families at a young age for being too effeminate. Sohana grew up in the country's northern tribal areas. She was a teenager when the Taliban arrived and was left with no choice but to run away from home.
Everyone was teasing us, mocking us, whenever they saw us, calling us names, shouting at us, and even throwing stones at us. And with the Taliban, if a man had no facial hair, they would be cruel to him.
When she arrived in Peshawar in 2008, Sohana found a second family. Like her, many transgenders were displaced from tribal areas, first by militants, then by the army's offensive there. But here they were faced with another challenge. Under its rules, the UN could only help displaced families, leaving this community on the sidelines.
They got together and they have raised voice, they've organized sit-ins in Peshawar, organized demonstrations in front of UN offices, government offices, called seminar and consultations, but actually nothing has happened. But yes, what happened was that it triggered a public-led movement, which was not there.
Since 2009, third-gender Pakistanis can be identified as such on their ID cards. They have the right to vote and run in elections, but little is done for their protection and social inclusion, something lawmakers like Amna Sardar want to change.
Why our transgender or our Khwajaseras are not getting education? Why they are not getting jobs? They should have, because they are like they are creature of God, Allah's creature, Allah ki makhluk. They should have their rights as we have.
Local media are now shining a light on the hate crimes the group faces, but there's still a long way to go. Over 50 transgenders were killed in 2015 and 2016 in this province alone. Among them, Alisha. She was attacked and died in the hospital after doctors failed to give her proper treatment because of her identity. Paro was one of her close friends. She herself has been gang raped, kidnapped, tortured and shot.
After the death of Alicia, my heart was broken. I had put some money aside, so I spent some of it on her funeral, and I started a small business with the rest. I've been doing this for 7 or 8 months now, and I have stopped performing every other day like we used to.
Dancing is Paro's first passion, and she still performs at a few carefully picked functions. Her main business now is to make clothes for her community. But even then, she's afraid and works from home, with a security camera aimed at her building's entrance. Change could be coming, though. A court ruled in January that transgenders should be included in Pakistan's upcoming census this year, the first to register a third sex, a way to give the community more visibility and hope for better days.